Hi everybody, welcome to EduTap and also welcome to the government scheme session. We are covering today Prime Minister Employment Generation Program. So it was asked by one of you for me to make a video on it, so that is why I have made TK. And there is also one more reason why we are covering this particular scheme, because if you look at it, this abhi last month only, this particular there was a news which talked about what are the different credit facilities which there are for MSME that are being given by the government, and there this Prime Minister Employment Generation Program was discussed. So we are going to understand this about first of all static of it, and then we will see that since inception how much the help has been provided. Okay, and let me tell you that this particular news, it is very important. Even if you're going for RBI and NABARD, you can use these points beautifully in your descriptive answer typing. All right. Okay, so before starting, as an announcement for all the aspirants who are preparing for central regulatory bodies, we have come up with one-stop solution guide to all the queries that you must be having regarding the organization you want to join. For example, if you want to know more about RBI NABARD SEBI, their functions, their hierarchical structure, and everything, and also about the role that you will play once you join the organization at a certain designation, everything has been covered. Along with that, all about the recruitment process. So how many phases are there, what is the pattern of each phase, and apart from that, what is the syllabus, what is the previous year cutoff trend, which says the difficulty level of the examination. All this information has been mentioned, and at the end then we have also given some steps that you can follow on your own if you're going for this exam, that will definitely help you to boost up your preparation for the exam. Okay, so do not miss the opportunity. You can download these e-guidebooks which are free of cost from the link that is provided in the description box below. Okay, now let's quickly talk about the scheme, and it talks about Prime Minister Employment Generation Program. Okay, so we are talking about generating employment. Okay, how can a person earn money? There are two cases: either he can do a job or he can do a business, right? Now what happens in job, then first of all we have to look at that is there proper skill set or not, right? And if we talk about government jobs, we know that already the number of the seats are very less, and then apart from that there is competition also, right? And especially the people who are not who did not get much exposure to the studies or such like environment, they feel it very tough to compete for the jobs for good or decent amount of money, right? Even if they would go for private sector, they would not earn for like more than 5-10,000, or very limited amount if they do not have skills, and even they are not at fault because they were not given that exposure. That is why they don't have that particular opportunity, right? Second is business, and if somebody wants to do business, in that case they would have to, if they want to have a business at good level, good scale, they would want to go to the bank and take some loan, right? But because they don't have much good background, they economically they are not much of a strong background, they might not get money from the banks, even though they might be having skill. Ab jaise for example, man lo a tailor has a skill of stitching clothes, but he might not get easily loan from the bank, right? Because bank would not have the assurity if the person is going to give back the money, how the person will give back the money, right? So here many time it happens that even if you have skill, or even if you don't have skill, you're going for such service sector or even the manufacturing sector, right? If you want to establish unit, you don't easily get money from the loan. Okay, so government, they try to tackle the second, they try to provide employment or to generate employment through the second factor, that is through the business, right? Business model mein to yahan pe basically what will be the aim, the people who wants to have a MSME unit, okay, micro small or medium enterprises, if they want to establish a unit, or if it is already established they want to expand it, because if they would establish a unit, it will give employment opportunities to other people also. And also if they want to expand it, then more and more labor or the workers will be required. Okay, so in a way you are not doing a job, but you will be in fact providing job. This is what the concept of the government was. So under the scheme, simple aim is that employment generation will be done, but how will be done? By helping the beneficiaries to take the loan easily from the banks, and government, it gives assurity to the bank also that they are going to provide with the money if in case the beneficiary is not able to do so. And on the other hand, even with the some financial help also, government is helping the beneficiary. अब कैसे कैसे कर रहा है उसके बारे में we will talk about it one by one, right? But simply if I have to give an idea, like if for example a particular beneficiary, he wants to establish a unit which will cost him rupees 100. Okay, he went to the bank, and because of under the scheme he went to the bank was ready to give them the loan, but they said we can only provide you like with rupees 800, like, because you know, right, it's not compulsory that whatever amount you want you will get exact that amount, right, because scrutiny of the project will be done and there are various n factors. So now the person now request, I'm sorry, 800 is for 80 kar lete hain. They are giving, means the bank has said will give you just 80 rupees only, okay, we can't give you more than that, okay. So now the person wants 20 rupees more, right? So what the government will do, they will say that okay, we are going to help you with that, okay. या बोलेंगे कि 10 रुपए हम दे देते हैं, government will say 10 rupees we will provide, rest 10 rupees you can include of yours, ठीक है. So here government will help with financially also, and also they are going to make it easy for the beneficiary to take up the loan. So this is the whole concept about this particular scheme. So it is your PMEGP, it is credit link subsidy program. Okay? Credit link means here the loan will be taken by the beneficiary. Okay? Launch year is its way back in 2008 it was launched, okay, and falls under the Ministry of MSME. Definitely if the loan for MSME will be taken तो उसके अंदर पड़ती है. And here Khadi and Village Industry Commission, it will be acting as an implementing agency. तो देखो आपकी administration तो MSME का होगा, Ministry of MSME का, but implementing at the state level that will be done by to Khadi and Village Industry Commission, which is your KVIC. It is at your national level, but then state KVICs are also there. They will be implementing this particular scheme with what aim? So the aim is to generate the employment opportunities, and how that will be generated when the micro enterprises, means your MSME की जो बात कर रहे हैं, when micro enterprises will be established both in rural and urban areas. So please keep in mind, it is not just for a certain area, it is for both rural and urban areas. But yes, it is one thing that you have to keep in mind, that is for the non-farm sector, because we want to establish these units which are not related to farming, right. Non-farm sector की हम बात कर रहे हैं. Tenure की बात करेंगे अभी, वैसे तो it's been running since 2008, it was launched in 2008, but what happens, it always, whenever a scheme is launched, it is launched for a certain duration, and then when that point reach, it is then observed that do we need to extend the scheme, or like all the objectives have been achieved, right. So then in that case it keeps on extended. So currently means the last time आपको extend हुआ था 21-22 में हुआ था, until 25-26 it was launched, ठीक है. Type of scheme की बात करें तो center sector scheme है, means 100% funded by your central government. And what is the target, ठीक है, under whenever a scheme is launched, so there are some target that needs to be achieved, right. So what is the target? So first of all the target is to set up 4 lakh projects, ठीक है, micro enterprises, ठीक है. तो यहाँ पे micro medium, देखो MSME का full form है micro small and medium enterprises. So government is currently focusing on the micro enterprises under the scheme, ठीक है, because again as we said that here not much skilled people will come, or even if they have skill but they don't have proper education, or they did not have the proper exposure. That is why for them it's good that they start off with the micro enterprises, ठीक है. So government has made this target that they are going to establish 4 lakh projects in this duration, जो आपका 2021 से start 2026 तक है अभी जो, right. This is the last duration that we have talked about कि tenure है. So in this tenure 4 lakh projects, micro enterprises will be established, will be created. This is the aim of the government, and by establishing these projects or unit, around 30 lakh people they will get the employment, which is what the government is expecting. And including to this, so new 4 lakh projects, micro enterprises will be established, but in addition to that 1000 units they will be upgraded each year, ठीक है. 1000 units को upgrade भी किया जाएगा, means some new projects will be established, but then the old ones who wants to upgrade, who wants to expand their unit, they can also avail loan under this particular scheme, ठीक है. From where the beneficiaries they can take the loan? Public sector, regional rural banks, ठीक है, cooperative banks, या आपके private scheduled commercial banks है. Only those which are approved by the state task force committee, they can give the loan, distribute the loan to the beneficiaries. And who are eligible to take part or to take the loan under the scheme? So there are 2 categories. The first one being for the new enterprises, and the second one will be for the brownfield units, means for the expansion purpose. ठीक है. अब even without reading, if you just look at me and if you try to think that who are eligible, right, what is that appropriate age in India when a person becomes an adult, right, that is 18 years of age, right. So who is eligible under the scheme? First of all, anybody who is 18 years and above, they can take up the loan, ठीक है. Second is about when we are talking about for new enterprises, so it becomes obvious that that when I as a beneficiary go to the bank and I am giving and I am showing them the project, it should be a new project only. To become part under this particular segment no for new enterprises. Okay. And another thing देखो for example again, or let's just keep common sense everywhere, don't just try to read and mug up. Okay. For example, I am a beneficiary and I have already taken loan with similar benefit. Will I get loan again? Simple answer is no, right? So next line is saying that only that person cannot avail benefit if they have already taken such benefit under some any other like scheme which was running by the government. Okay. वैसे तो all in all the government has just said that if you're 18 years above you are welcome under the scheme, right? But government has also been mindful with the money they are distributing. So there is no minimum or maximum cap for the annual income or the family income if anybody wants to avail loan under this. But yes, government has said that because anyway you can take up the loan, but yes, if you are taking a loan as a beneficiary and if you are in a service sector, देखो there are two type of sectors. Service sector where you provide with some services. अब जैसे मान लो कोई ब्यूटी पार्लर है, that's a service sector, right? And then there is a manufacturing sector. अब मान लो there is a particular you have a manufacturing sector which produces any like beauty cream, so that is a manufacturing sector because you are manufacturing something. But service is like you are providing any service to person, right? So government is saying, अब जैसे मान लो if I want to open my own parlor or studio, right? In that case I would be requiring loan so that I can have the buy the machines, I can build a proper space, I can have all the like whatever equipments that are required. So that for that case also for the service sector also I'll be requiring some money. Okay. So government has said that वैसे तो there is no cap annual income cap or anything like that. But yes, if you want to avail above 5 lakh loan in case of service sector and above 10 lakh loan in case of manufacturing sector, in that case the bank will ask you for your class 8th certificate. Means you have to be 8th pass if you want to take loan above 5 lakh in service sector and above 10 lakh in manufacturing sector. For example, I am not 8 passed. Okay, I've never studied. Okay, but I want to take loan just of 3 lakh for the service sector. Then I don't require to show any certificate. Till 5 lakh, I don't require to show any certificate. But yes, above 5 lakh, if I'm asking for money, I need to have 8 pass certificate. Similarly, in manufacturing sector, till 9, 10, आपको नहीं, लेकिन above 10, you have to show your 8 pass certificate. Okay, and also you can imagine that in a family, not 5 people in a family can have their own micro enterprise unit, right? So that's why it's been clearly mentioned that only one person from one family is eligible for this particular scheme. Okay. अब second for upgradation, up again don't read the sentence yet, but try to like have a common sense. Okay. First common sense would be that whatever loan that you have taken before, you should give it all to the bank, then only you will be eligible, right? Imagine that I have already taken the loan and I have not paid it back yet, and I'm going for another loan. I'm asking for another loan for expansion. That does not make any sense, right? So one thing is this, that your whatever loan that you have taken, you should have repaid it. Second is that your company should be profit making, right? Because imagine if I am a loss making unit, I would go to the bank. Why would bank want me to give me the money, right? Because there would be no use of expansion if I am not getting the idea that how to run a business. That is why first of all whatever money that you have taken, you have to give that back. Okay. Second is about your unit must be profit making, and third being that whatever be the amount that was given by government before, that has been fully utilized. क्या मतलब हुआ successfully adjusted का क्या मतलब हुआ here when where we are talking about subsidy. Margin money क्या हुआ, the example that I gave you now, that rupees 100 was needed, rupees 80 government gave, and then government said okay 10 rupees we are also giving, right? So this the government which it has given the subsidy, the financial help the government has given, government is saying that first you should fully utilize this, then only you can ask for another loan. It should not be like that this 10 rupees you have kept for yourself and you have given 80 rupees back to the bank, and now you're again going for money and you're just saving this government hardened money to in your pocket only, right? So it means margin money or the subsidy or the help which the government has given to you, that should also be successfully adjusted in the period of 3 years. Means within 3 years it should be used so that you can avail for the upgradation. ठीक है, तो ये कुछ eligibility criteria से simply बताऊं. For new 18 years above you should be the age, ठीक है, and you require 8th pass certificate if you are in service sector, and if you want to take more than 5 lakh loan, and in case of manufacturing sector if it is more than 10 lakh, in that case you have to show 8th pass certificate, otherwise you do not. ठीक है, अब गवर्नमेंट कितना हेल्प करेगी, राइट? व्हेन आई सेड ₹10 will be given by the government, but government will also have to put a limit for themselves. They can't give 100%. ठीक है, तो बेसिकली देखो, whatever project that will be established, there the contribution will be of all three, of the beneficiary also, they will be taking loan from bank as well, and government is also providing with the subsidy. It just the beneficiary would have to pay, means they have to contribute very very less amount. Rest the government and the banks, they would do much of the help. अब कितनी सब्सिडी मिलेगी? एज आई सेड देयर इज अ रूरल कैटेगरी एंड अर्बन कैटेगरी ऑल्सो, ठीक है, तो उस हिसाब से देखेंगे रूरल में कितना मिलेगा, अर्बन में कितना मिलेगा, ठीक है। उसके लिए भी फर्स्ट देयर आर टू कैटेगरी, दैट इफ यू बिलोंग टू जनरल कैटेगरी और स्पेशल कैटेगरी, ठीक है। स्पेशल कैटेगरी में कम्स योर विमेन, योर SC ST कैटेगरी, ट्रांसजेंडर कैटेगरी, एस्पिरेशनल डिस्ट्रिक्ट, राइट? सो स्पेशल कैटेगरी मींस दीज पीपल we have an idea that whenever a scheme come they are given a little bit extra benefit, right? तो जनरल वालों को भी बेनिफिट होगा, इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट दिस इज ओनली फॉर द स्पेशल कैटेगरी, द जनरल कैटेगरी पीपल विल आल्सो गेट द बेनिफिट, बट यस द स्पेशल कैटेगरी विल गेट अ लिटिल बिट मोर बेनिफिट। कितना? रूरल और अर्बन के हिसाब से देखेंगे, in the rural area a general category person will get 25% of subsidy by the central government, ठीक है, and in the urban area they will get 15%. special category में just add 10 to that, ठीक है, instead of separately learning, if you just learn of one, it will be easier to think for the next, ठीक है। स्पेशल कैटेगरी में फॉर रूरल प्लस 10 कर दो तो कितना मिलेगा? 35% मिलेगा, मींस स्पेशल कैटेगरी पीपल विल गेट 35% सब्सिडी बाय द गवर्नमेंट, 35% ऑफ दैट प्रोजेक्ट कॉस्ट, ठीक है, इन रूरल एरियाज एंड इन अर्बन एरियाज 25%, ठीक है। इफ आई हैव टू रिवाइज इट इन अनदर वे, आई कैन से देखो देयर आर टू एरियाज, रूरल एरियाज एंड अर्बन एरियाज. In rural areas, if you belong to general category, in that case you will get 25% of the benefit, ठीक है, and if you belong to the special category, in that case special category में you will get 35% of the benefit, ठीक है, थोड़ा ज्यादा, ठीक है, 10% ज्यादा. In urban areas also, okay, if you belong to the general category, in that case 15% of the subsidy government is going to provide of the project cost, but if you belong to the special category, in that case 25% will be provided, ठीक है. I hope there is no confusion. If there is any, please ask me. Rest I would say just memorize of one general category of rural urban कर दो, ठीक है, and plus 10 कर दोगे, that will be for the special category in rural and the urban areas. It becomes easier, ठीक है. Then some other key features क्या है, देखो यहाँ पे जो अभी तक बोला है कि with the whatever will be the project cost that will be given by the government, but there has to be a limit to it, right? So maximum cost of project which is admissible, means which will be considered for giving the loan, for manufacturing sector 50 lakh है, for service sector 20 lakh है, ठीक है. Above that also you can avail loan if your project is very good, but in that case government is not going to help you with that above amount under the scheme. They have this limit for themselves, ठीक है. And here I have added who are the special category people, so that if you don't know you can just read it out and understand who are them. However I have given you an idea, ठीक है. तो maximum cost of project कितनी होनी चाहिए? मैन्युफैक्चरिंग सेक्टर में 50 लाख, सर्विस सेक्टर में 20 लाख होनी चाहिए, ठीक है. अब यहाँ पे when I talked about, I told you that beneficiary also have to do some contribution, ठीक है, but how much investment he has to do, there is a limit to that. As I said that they have to contribute very less, and rest the bank and the government has to take care of it, ठीक है. So it's been said that per capita investment by the beneficiary under the scheme should not exceed, if the beneficiary belongs to plain area, आपको 3 लाख तक आप अपना contribution कर सकते हो, इससे ज्यादा नहीं मांगेंगे. And hilly area में 4.5, by 4.5 higher in hilly areas, because see usually establishing any unit in hilly areas, it is much more expensive, because all the raw materials has to be transported from the plain region to the hilly region. So you know that transportation cost is also added, and the labor that would be required to then transfer that material, even that cost is added. Then that is why usually building homes or building anything, any unit at a hilly station or a hilly area, that is much more expensive task to do, ठीक है. तो यहाँ पे when I said that beneficiary will also contribute, but the government has given a limit that how much will be like contributed if they belong to the plain areas, maximum 3 lakh, hilly areas के लिए 4.5 lakh, ठीक है. And also when I said that government is making easier for the people to get a loan easily. And for on that note, RBI has also given guideline कि under this particular scheme, if you are going to take up loan up to 10 lakh, it will be collateral security. Means the beneficiary collateral means what? That the beneficiary is showing some other security that I have this particular asset worth the money I am asking you as a loan, and if I am not able to pay back, you can take this particular asset from me. So that is known as collateral. Okay, the government has said that till 10 lakh you don't have to show as a beneficiary that collateral also. So it's a very good opportunity. For example, I am a beneficiary and I don't hold any asset, but I want to become better, I want to have a business of my own, I want to improve my lifestyle or my life, right? I would want to take the loan, but if I don't have collateral to show, I would not get the loan, right? That is why it's been said that till 10 lakh, if you're asking money under the scheme, you don't have to show any collateral fee. Okay. And lastly, when I said that government, on one hand, they will provide with the financial support also, but on the other hand, they will give a surety to the bank as well, right? That you can give them the loan, and if they are not able to pay back, we will do so. We have already discussed this, right? So how the bank will get this assurity? Bank will only get the assurity if the government shows them that we have separately kept money for this particular scheme, and if any mishap happen, you can take money from here. We have money separately kept for you, right? So this is what this last statement it talks about. Means this line talks about that there is a trust that has been created. The name of it is credit guarantee fund. So एक trust है, एक fund है, ठीक है, जो क्या provide करता है? Credit guarantee means money will be provided for MSME, micro and small enterprise, and there separately 2 crore has been kept as a assurity to the banks. ठीक है. Lastly इसमें अगर बात करें, देखो एक कैटेगरी हमने समझ ली है कि 50 लाख तक के लोन फॉर अ प्रोजेक्ट कॉस्ट, यू कैन टेक द लोन. फॉर सर्विस सेक्टर इट इज 20 lakh. बट व्हाट इफ यू आर गोइंग फॉर द सेकंड लोन फॉर द अपग्रेडेशन? इन दैट केस हाउ मच सब्सिडी विल बी प्रोवाइडेड? अब पहले के केस में वी हैव सीन इन द रूरल एरियाज फॉर जनरल कैटेगरी इट इज 25%, फॉर स्पेशल कैटेगरी 35%, and in urban areas for general category 15%, special category is 25%, right? But what if they are going for the second time loan? Because under the scheme we have understood that you can take avail the loan again, right? So in that case, आपका जो स्टेट ऑफ इन दैट केस हाउ मच हेल्प फ्रॉम द सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट दैट विल बी प्रोवाइडेड टू यू. ठीक है, कितना सब्सिडी मिलेगा ऑफ द प्रोजेक्ट कॉस्ट? सिंपल है, इसमें कोई अर्बन रूरल का नहीं है केस. Simply 15%, okay, in case of plain areas and 20% in case of hilly regions. ठीक है, और beneficiary contribution कितना होना चाहिए? 10% of the project cost होना चाहिए. जैसे for the new projects we have observed, right, only 3 lakh and 4.5 lakh will be contributed. Here of the overall whatever be the project cost, means for the expansion whatever money is required, 10% beneficiary contribution is said, and rate of subsidy which government is going to provide 15% in case of plain areas and 20% in case of north eastern region and the hilly regions. ठीक है, मैक्सिमम यहाँ पे. अब देखो, please keep in mind in the first case, because and especially if you clearly think about, we talked about the micro enterprises, right? When we say MSME, it is micro, small and medium enterprises. So because micro enterprises were established for the very first time, that is why the project cost cap was 50 lakh and 20 lakh. But now you have to keep in mind that there is already a unit established, it is functioning properly, and now it needs expansion. That is why वहाँ पे जो upper limit रखी है, maximum project cost, that has been increased. In case of manufacturing sector 1 crore, and in case of service sector 25 lakh, it has been increased because it is already functional. ठीक है, और वहाँ पे गवर्नमेंट कितना बोल रही है? मैक्सिमम सब्सिडी कितनी देगी? 15 लाख देगी इन केस फॉर द मैन्युफैक्चरिंग सेक्टर, 20 lakh in case of north eastern and hilly region, in case of plain region 15 lakh, and for business and service sector maximum subsidy कितना will be provided? Would be 3.75 in case of plains and 5 lakh in case of north eastern and hilly regions. ठीक है, so that was it. ठीक है, इसमें एक लास्ट चीज जो बात करने वाली है, because देखो गवर्नमेंट इज गिविंग यू, helping you with so much of money, government would want that you utilize it properly. That is why government has said that because we are paying you money, it would be better if we provide you with some basic training also, right? So there is this criteria which being said that देखो, if you are availing loan up till 2 lakh, in that case no mandatory training is required. But if you are taking any loan, means or your project, whatever the project that you have come up with, its cost is above 5 lakh, in that case at least 10 days of training you should go under this entrepreneurship development program, which runs both online and offline, whatever suits suits you, ठीक है, and as per also the project that you have, and if the project cost is like up to 5 lakh, in that case at least 5 days of training is required. तो क्या मतलब हुआ, 2 लाख तक में no training is being said. If a project cost is up to 5 lakh, then in that case then 5 means 2 lakh से 5 lakh के बीच में, in that case at least 5 days of training. If you feel like you require more training, you can go for it, but at least 5 days of training is required. And if the project cost is above 5 lakh, at least 10 days of training is required for this project, ठीक है. अब अगेन अब दोबारा देखो, देखिए क्रेडिट एक्सेस, ठीक है, हाउ दैट MSME they are getting proper opportunities to have that access to the credit, to the loan, to the money, to the finance, so that they can establish or they can become better. तो यहाँ पे बहुत सारी स्कीम्स की बात हुई थी. पहले तो ये जो ट्रस्ट फंड की जो हमने बात करी है, ठीक है, credit guarantee fund trust for micro and small enterprises, talk on this was done, ठीक है. So there is a scheme with that name also, okay. And why this talk was done, because it shows that how there is a separate fund that has been kept by the government as an assurity, ठीक है, so that the bank can hassle free or smoothly or smooth to previous time they can give loan to the beneficiaries, ठीक है. तो यहाँ पे कुछ परसेंटेज इसकी दी है. This one is the one that we talked about, प्रधानमंत्री एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेशन प्रोग्राम और प्राइम मिनिस्टर employment generation program. It talked about self-employment opportunities, and for manufacturing sector we have understood up to 50 lakh of manufacturing sector project it is going to provide with the money, 20 lakh in case of service sector. Since inception की बात करें, since inception means तो 2008 से बात करें अगर, more than 9.69 lakh micro enterprise has been assisted or established with the help of with this particular scheme, ठीक है. और मनी मार्जिन सब्सिडी मतलब कि गवर्नमेंट ने अपना कितना इंक्रीमेंट दिया है, 25,500 करोड़ तक का एम्प्लॉयमेंट प्रोवाइड किया है. And it's been said that around estimated 79 lakh people got employment opportunities because of this particular scheme. Then we have PM Vishwakarma scheme, ठीक है, to support end-to-end support to artisans, ठीक है. कितना इंटरेस्ट सब्सिडी मिलता है, रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट सपोर्ट 5% रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट मिलता है, ठीक है, इस केस में. देन प्रधानमंत्री मुद्रा योजना, स्टैंड अप इंडिया, दीज आर सम ऑफ द वेरी गुड स्कीम्स दैट आर रनिंग फॉर द MSME एंड फॉर द आर्टिसंस, ठीक है. आई वुड रिकमेंड अगेन टू प्लीज रीड अबाउट दिस स्कीम्स, कैन बी बेनिफिशियल फ्रॉम द एग्जामिनेशन पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. So that is all in this particular scheme. If you want me to cover any scheme, do let me know in the comment section. I'll make videos on that, lecture on that. And if you want to get the PDF of this and every lecture that we provide here on YouTube, you can join our Telegram channel for that particular purpose, okay. So thank you everybody for watching the session, and I'm sorry RBI me, I don't have answer for this particular question about the phase 1 of EDI. You can drop us a mail at hello@edutap.co.in, or you can call us at this number. Our support team will be in better position to tell you like what are the expectations and everything, right? So thank you everybody for watching the session, and I wish you all the very best for your examination. We'll meet again with another scheme which is important and is in news. Until then, all the very best for examination, and thank you.